Okay, recording this video on Friday, the 25th of June 2021. Just gone 3:55 p.m. Chicago time. Do hope you are doing well. So, Friday already, can you believe it? This video, going to talk a little bit about coffee. I was obsessed with coffee last year. I did a whole bunch of videos on it and had some nice trades, and then kind of just wasn't so interested in coffee anymore. Not so sure why. Long term, I think the chart looks really interesting. So kind of back into a coffee trade, and I'll kind of just walk you through that. But just in general, geez, the market's dull, boring. Just kind of continuing to melt up, but the range and the volume is absolutely minuscule. So who knows when we're going to get some fireworks kind of next. But anyway, let's look at the coffee chart. This is a weekly chart of at KC, continuous contracted coffee. This is kind of the well, now it's the old style of better indicators because I've got everything on one chart, but still useful for showing you what's going on. So this is why I was interested in coffee, because over the last couple of years we've had this massive kind of bottoming effort down here. I was talking about the $100 kind of mark being absolutely key on coffee some months ago. We're up at 157 now, which is kind of great. I think on the downside it hit 106, but it was all of this accumulation. It was all this exhaustion selling blue professional bars kind of coming at the lows, and we spend all of this time kind of going through a bottoming pattern with some lovely little Rambo patterns right at the bottom there. And on better sine wave, let's just turn off the plate of spaghetti. So let's just disable that. You can see here we've overshot support on the highest time frame, and then we go through our bottoming activity where we have end of trends rippling through the time frames, and pull back to end of trend on the lowest time frame, pull back to end of trend on the intermediate time frame. We break into some strength here, and we've had, you know, since last year, we've had red bars here on the weekly chart showing that we are in an uptrend. Anyway, so at 150, kind of around here, this breakdown level, it was a previous high kind of here. All of this is kind of interesting around here. What was this level here? This 166 here, and this high here was 158. So, you know, around that 160 level is absolutely key, and kind of busting above that could take us into a nice move to the upside. Just FYI on this overbought, oversold indicator setup, works on weekly charts as well, not just tick bars or daily charts. This is what this setup looks like on a weekly chart here. So here's our exhaustion sell. The background printed red by better sine wave showing us that we're oversold. Exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, flush patterns go down here. We break into an uptrend, and then as soon as we're above pro, the trailing pro stops here, we get a triple signal there. So that's why I'm into coffee, and let me show you on the tick bar chart what exactly it looks like. So I'm using a 400 tick bar chart, which is a roughly an hour's chart here. We had a signal back here in, what is that, May, kind of mid-May, long here, and kind of bust into those highs. We did not have a reversal signal because we haven't seen exhaustion buy. Yeah, we saw one blue professional bar, maybe a couple up here at the highs, but not a lot. We kind of sold off, and on the reverse side, exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, flush, 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 and the blue professional bars kind of come in. We bust into an uptrend, and all of a sudden our triple signal kind of goes off, and we're busting out of this little channel that we've had here. So that's why I'm interested and long into coffee. So that's the coffee story. What else can we talk about? Let's talk E-mini. So the E-mini, we had that beautiful kind of sell-off, the kind of overnight session, and this week really we've just been rocketing higher, just pushing and pushing and pushing. So on the 4500 tip bar chart, we had exhaustion sell, bullish divergence. We bust above trailing pro-am, and there we go. We got our triple signal into this high. Looking to go short here a couple of days ago with some signals going on here, but it didn't take, just didn't go anywhere, and we kind of busted up through that channel, and now we're making another signal. So we've got exhaustion buying, we've got blue professional bars at the end of Friday, but we've got to see bearish divergence, we've got to see a bust of the pro-am line to come in before we get another kind of triple signal to look to go short. So yeah, we've moved quite a long ways from these lows down here, that kind of V reversal. So let's see, beginning of next week could be interesting for a little bit of a reversal trade. So that's the E-mini. Bitcoin, let's talk the Bitcoin. So there we go. That was our, so 8,600 again roughly equivalent to an hourly chart on Bitcoin. There was our triple signal to go long here after we had that push down into the 30 level. Blue professional bars kind of come in and we start the advance. But look at 35, some blue professional bars kind of come in, take a little bit of profits, and we come back down. So 32 level here, more blue professional bars kind of holding. So Pro-Am has adjusted, trailing stop here is adjusted down. We need to hold this level. We've not got exhaustion buying. We don't have, overbought on better sine wave, any of those things. So this level as a spike down needs to hold. We need to bust back up above 33, bust into red upward bars showing an uptrend, and that should kind of hold at that level. It's absolutely key. If we get through 31s again, I think all we're going to be doing is hunting stops, flushing people out and so on. So it's not been a straight move up, but professionals at 35 said that was a nice move, 20% move almost from those lows, and so we've come off a little bit. So that is Bitcoin. Gold. Now gold, this week I was saying wait for the blue professional bars, wait. We'd had our reversal signal kind of up here. There's that triple signal to go short. And then a couple of days I was saying it is not over until we see blue professional bars come in. And then a day or two after that video, bang, the blue professional bars come in. And here's the activity with the close into today's activity. Another little blue professional bar kind of step in there. So we've got all the makings, a reversal trade here. We're oversold on better sine wave. That's the red background. We've got our exhaustion sell bullish divergence patterns kind of come in. So all the volume is kind of just temporarily kind of maxed out. All we need to do is bust above better Pro-Am. The professionals are in here. Pro-Am has trailed the stop down, so we need to bust above here. What is that, 1791 or 1800 around there to see if we bust gold into an uptrend. So waiting and watching to see if we get that. Copper has had a big decline off the highs, but it's not over on the downside on copper. And then again, this is just one of these, you see these patterns all the time. It's like, yes, we put in an exhaustion kind of sell bullish divergence pattern here, and we rally because we're oversold on better sine wave, but no blue professional bars, none down here at the lows, so they haven't been picking it up. But as soon as we come back into this channel where we broke down, blue professional bars kind of step in. I'm just looking at this, wondering if this is like a killing fields kind of opportunity. I think it is. So market kind of sells off, blue professional bars stop it, and we rally back up. We didn't have a lot of blue professional bars at these highs, or necessarily at these highs here, but when they're pushing it up at patterns like this, they're using this activity. You think, the moving averages have all moved up and everybody's thinking, oh, we're going to continue higher and so on. It's like, no, that's killing fields, because when we drop above that, the low that's marked by that blue professional bar there, killing fields in that zone, they've been getting short. Same thing here. I mean, they pushed this thing nastily back up to 460 here, but all of that activity they're using to get short, and then as soon as we bust through the lows there, you see the blue professional bars kind of come in, selling it down at that point, bang, bang, bang. But at these lows here, no blue professional bars, so we come back up into that zone around here, and as soon as we come back into the zone, the professionals kind of step back in and we sell off. We've got another blue professional bar towards the end of the close of activity on Friday, again getting short there. So the story on copper is going down. It's not done enough damage on the downside. No blue professional bars to come in here. Maybe a round number of $4 is kind of going to be interesting for people, but it's not ready right now. So I am often accused, no, not often accused, from time to time people say, hey, why don't you show us your losing trades? I'm like, sure, I'll show you my losing trade. So here we go. It was in corn. Took this trade this week, did not work out, got out, and that's why I got into coffee instead. I was looking at the softs, the grains, to see if we had kind of a reversal there, but none of them have held. So this is the corn chart here, and we had a signal to go long. We actually had a really nice, this is a V reversal here. That was a nice kind of triple signal to kind of go long. And I had not seen any exhaustion patterns on the upside, no blue professional bars kind of up here, so I'm saying to myself, well, corn is still technically in an uptrend. So we have a little bit of a signal here, triple signal goes off. exhaustion sold, bullish divergence, better sine wave oversold. We bust above the trailing stop on Pro-Am, so we got a signal to go in, and I decide to go in long around here. Well, just goes nowhere. The blue professional bars kind of step in. We do not get above the highs of that. More blue professional bars, a little cluster there, kind of come in, and again we cannot get through the highs of that. We bust into this downtrend here, and that's me out. That was not going to plan, and it's kind of gone down. So technically, not looking a little weak here. We've got a whole bunch of blue professional bars kind of come as a cluster there. Not sure they're going to hold it at that point. We might have to have another little bit of a sell-off before that holds. And it looks like a lot of the grains are kind of in that situation. So soybeans here was in a big downtrend here. And this is the first little blue professional bar that's kind of come in. That exhaustion selling more looks like getting the move going. It's kind of busting us out of this channel. We had this massive move in soybeans kind of during this year, and it tanked, absolutely tanked here. But we didn't get blue professional bars down here, not an exhaustion sell down here. That's the first little blue professional bar. So it's not ripe for soybeans to kind of roll yet. Wheat, same kind of thing. So here, some blue professional bars kind of come in here. Let's look at this. So we had a nice little short signal here, triple, bang, bang, bang into those lows. We caught at that point, but it's not a proper bottom being made there. No exhaustion sell, no blue professional bars. I'm like a broken record here, and then we come back up, and we have another triple signal kind of come in, and we kind of bust back down. So we test into those lows, and that's the first time we've seen blue professional bars. So maybe on the grains, on the wheat, corn, soybeans, and so on, we might get some reversal signals set up over the next week or so, but it is not time yet. So out of that losing trade on corn, got into coffee instead. Anyway, so there we go. I'll probably I'm on a little bit of a roll with all these kind of videos coming out almost daily, so maybe I'll do another one tomorrow. Let's see. Hope your trading is going well, and enjoy your weekend.